slowness creeps towards my feet. Within the light the morning brings to clean the remnants of a dream. Shadows you cannot see, I brush aside. You're on my mind.
What is that?
Banana slugs.
It might take him a while to get up this hill.
I'm glad you didn't step on him. We are spending the next couple of days in Redwood National Park. My mom has joined us for this part of the journey, and we are on a random little trail. And the coolest thing that's happened so far is that we saw not one, but 2 banana slugs, which we were trying so hard to see in Washington and could never find.
I don't know. That looks like part of the tree rather than something germinating in the tree.
I know, but it's all over.
Because look at it growing on that dead limb. Well, that's a dead limb.
Something's on.
These trees are massive. It's tough to perfectly see how tall they are because they're so tall, but it's very clear which trees are redwoods as you're walking through the forest. There's also a lot of ferns. It's very still and honestly super, super nice to hike in. We learned yesterday that there's 3 different types of redwoods. Do I know the difference between any of them? Absolutely not, but I have seen some variation, so that's probably why. Hey!
How are you?
How are you liking California so far?
So far I haven't seen anything that says to me that I'm in California. I don't know what I'm expecting. A bunch of surfboards.
We saw surfers yesterday.
Okay, well, muscle men, people playing volleyball on the beach. I didn't see any of that, but I did see beach, which was nice, and the redwoods are lovely, quite interesting.
Yeah, what's your first impression of the redwoods?
It was so surreal, actually. It was like there was nothing moving. I said that before. It was perfectly still, not a leaf, no sound, no bird, not a single bird. Are there no birds in these trees? No squirrels. And we did see 2 banana slugs, and they were moving about their normal slug pace. So far it's very, very intriguing.
Oh, good. We're now doing a 0.2 mile trail to Big Tree. All these trees are pretty big, so we'll see if this one's any particularly bigger. But this is a really cool scenic drive. We're here about 10 a.m. and it's starting to get a little bit crowded, but there's still parking everywhere.
The chainsaw has been used. The roots grew down from this guy.
Oh yeah. What's going on here?
That was a big tree.
We kept exploring until we saw what was truly an exceptionally big tree. Can indeed confirm that that was a very big tree. I have so many videos of him like this.
Put that shirt on. He goes, nature called.
What's he doing?
He pooped.
Out there somewhere is the tallest tree in the world. Okay, starting the Tall Trees Trail. So the Tall Trees Trail is objectively just kind of crazy. You have to have a permit for it, and it's really no different than any other tall tree grove, except for the fact that it does have the tallest tree in the world in it, but you don't actually get to see which one it is, which I'll explain in a minute. But it's a pretty long hike, like 4 miles down, and it's kind of steep. This redwood grove is home to the tallest tree in the world, Hyperion, but no one knows where he is. He's not on trail. They keep his location a secret, so we just kind of have to appreciate him without seeing him. We made our way slowly through the grove of redwoods at the end of the trail, and I will say it is just so spectacular being in the presence of these gigantic creatures. Like, it really does take your breath away and is just beautiful. Saw some tall trees. Now time to head back up 1.5 miles back up the trail. So where are we?
Well, we start at the bottom of the red. We want to walk to the green, and we're the blue dot right there.
So we're almost there.
So a blue dot on a blue line, kind of hard to see, but just saying.
Okay. Bam. Okay, last hike of the day, we're gonna do the Lady Bird Johnson Grove. This was a spontaneous decision, so hopefully it goes well. This trail was really cool in the sense that it really felt like you were in twilight. It was so beautiful. The trees were so massive that it almost felt like sunlight didn't shine through. And it was also pretty flat, which was much appreciated after the Tall Trees Trail. Okay, honestly, liked that trail a little bit better than the Tall Trees Trail, so highly recommend it. We are exhausted though, so we're gonna head back to town and then go get dinner. Good morning. We are on our way to hike Fern Canyon. It's about an hour-ish drive, and it should be really beautiful. There was a Jurassic Park movie filmed there, so that's exciting. Just be warned, the road to get into Fern Canyon is a little saucy. You definitely need a good car. Okay, starting the trail. This is a really sweet trail. I would definitely recommend good shoes because you're climbing and crawling over stuff. You're walking through essentially streams, but it's so rich and green and filled with life. It really looks like something that could have been in Jurassic Park. Okay, I love this trail. It's very green and lush, and there are these fun little bridges, and it's peaceful, and it's really gorgeous. I've been so impressed with Northern California. You hear about California being a spectacular state, but that mostly is the southern part of California, but northern California, where the redwoods are, is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the prettiest landscapes I've ever been in. And this trail highlights that well. How are you liking Fern Canyon?
So far I'm enjoying it. It's a little different landscape than we've been exploring, but it has that neat, eerie kind of feel about it. Pretty cool to be here.
The footbridges are all so beautiful. This is honestly one of my favorite hikes I think I've ever done. It's really unique, and I can see how it might be a little treacherous if there was a little bit more water, but honestly I love it. I can also totally see how they would film a Jurassic Park here. Northern California has really surprised me so far. I think on this trip I was the most excited for Washington State, but the redwoods are stunning. Like, this is such a cool national park. This was such a cool trail, and it didn't have anything to do at all with redwoods. So I've been really impressed just with how diverse this area is. Hopefully we get to walk on the beach in a little bit. Yeah, this is my 42nd national park, and redwoods, I can consider myself an expert, and I think redwoods has definitely surprised me so far with how cool it is. And our first bird watching stop of the day. What do you hear?
I think it's a Pacific wren.
Good job. Good job. Okay, there's beach access, so we're gonna really quickly run out to the beach to see if there's anything cool. There is an elk right there. This is a beautiful beach. This was such a stunning beach, but the thing that really stuck out to me was how many seals there were. I have so much footage of these cute little guys just popping their heads up and bouncing around and playing in the waves, and it's always such a treat to see wildlife up close. Did you like the beach?
Yes, I did. I love the seals.
Okay, the beach was stunning. We saw so many seals and pelicans. It was really cute. We are now heading back to the car. We are on another dirt road to get to Grove of the Titans Trail. And we're gonna do a couple more redwood hikes this afternoon. People doing this in a rental car.
Oh my gosh.
I can already tell I'm gonna love this. I can already tell that this is gonna be one of my favorite trails. It's different than some of the ones we've seen in other days. There's more light coming through. It's really pretty. This trail is so awesome. It's easy to get to, it's flat, and the trees are truly massive. Like, it is so special to just be around them, to be in their presence, to really be in the presence of something so much bigger than yourself and something that is so unshakable. Okay, at the Grove of Titans Trail, which is our last trail of the day and our last trail in Redwood. The ranger that we talked to said that this one was just spectacular. Magnificent. And we've seen a lot of magnificent trees so far. So we'll see what we think about this one. I'm not gonna say that they all blend together at this point because that's not true. Every redwood grove is very different, but this grove is really spectacular because the trail to get down to it is super cool. You really are getting kind of out there, but it's a pretty trail. There's like a cool boardwalk you can walk around, but I can't emphasize enough, like, looking at these trees and seeing how big they are, and also seeing how amazed everyone else is around you is just so spectacular. And what's crazy to think is that 95% of the old growth redwoods have been totally wiped away. So only 5% is left. And we saw so many redwoods, and it's so crazy to think that that's only a teeny tiny fraction of what there once was in Northern California. We have reached the Grove of the Titans. Okay, that was indeed a pretty spectacular grove. A lot of really big trees, essentially in a circle, so it was really cool. Now we head back to the car and to the hotel to get tacos for dinner.
Are we back at the...
Bam. I think my rankings for the Redwood Groves, number 4, Tall Trees Trail. Number 3, maybe the one we just did, Grove of Titans, even though it was really cool. I think number 2 is gonna be the Stout Grove, and then number 1 is gonna be Lady Bird. I really liked that trail, and that I like the mist and the fog. Anyone else?
Mine is the same order you just...
The exact same order?
The exact same order that you just stated.
What are we doing?
We're ranking all the groves.
Oh, so not trails, but groves.
The groves. I guess kind of trails too.
Yeah, the trail.
Well, I like Fern Canyon.
Well, that doesn't count.
That wasn't Redwood.
Fern Canyon might be my number 1 too.
But that's
Okay.
not Redwood.
I think number 4, Tall Trees Trail.
Okay.
Number 3, Lady Bird 3. 2 was Stout, and one was this. I liked this because I had pretty high expectations, and it worked for me. Those are gigantic trees.
I agree. I think Grove of the Titans was the best grove for actually seeing how big they are. I feel like I didn't get a full perspective on that until that trail. I think my favorite one of the park was Fern Canyon though. That was really cool. And Tall Trees, to be fair, is cool because it's where the tallest one in the world is. I just wish we could have known which one the tallest one was.
We were told that you can probably get the same effect by an easier to get to trail, but
Yeah.
there was something special about it. You know, going behind the gate and everything.
Yeah, I loved that. Wish I had seen a bear. The taco place was closed on Sundays, which is really unfortunate. So we got takeout from what is supposed to be the best restaurant in Crescent City, Seaside Brewing. So we'll see how it is. Dinner did end up being a success. It was looking a little dicey there, but those were delicious tacos. They were not the tacos that I was planning on having this evening. They tasted a little bit healthier, but that's probably not a bad thing. How was your dinner?
My dinner was very good. It was fish tacos, and I ate 3/4 of it, and then I gave Gary a little bit, and I'm eating a piece of his pizza. So it was good. And Parmesan fries, they were good.
Nice. Are you liking yours?
Very much.
Good. Okay, we have food in our bellies, laundry in the dryer, maybe gonna go back out, but probably just gonna lay in bed, and then we head to the next destination on the California road trip tomorrow. We have had a very uneventful day so far. Checked out of our hotel in Crescent City, stopped by Walmart to get some new things, essentials for the next couple days. Drove a little bit, went to a yummy diner for lunch that is kind of sitting on our stomachs now, but it's good. And we are about an hour outside of Lassen Volcanic National Park. That's gonna be our 43rd national park, second to last on this mega trip. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. We're staying in a cabin tonight, so it's gonna be really cool. And we're gonna explore the park. One thing already is that it is significantly drier and hotter here than anything we've seen in the past month. We haven't seen things this dry and hot probably since Idaho, which was a long time ago. But yeah, we're almost there. Okay, we've arrived at the cabin. We're gonna get settled a little bit and then go down to Manzanita Lake because the cabin is right by the lake. Okay, walked a little bit. Now gonna head back to the cabin and probably chill for the night. I'm kind of tired. This is my favorite part of camping. Chilling with a pretty view and a good book and just relaxing outside. I just love camping. Even though we're not technically camping, I love campgrounds. I love being more in tune with when the sun is rising and setting, and I'm feeling very content just trying to document this moment despite what's going on in the outside world. Just trying to take it all in. Gosh, California, absolutely beautiful. Okay, time to give a fun little tour of the cabin that we're staying in. So when you first come in, there's this lovely table. There's a bunch of stuff on it right now. Ignore that, but this table is super cute. When you come over here, there's a trash can, broom, little thing to hang your coats, and then one full-size bed. There is a mirror, some nice shelves, a heater that my mom had cranked up last night. And then you come in here. This is where the fun really starts. There's a bunk bed. This is a single. This is a full. And then another bunk bed. This is a single. This is a single. This is where I slept. Okay, starting from the outside, you have a massive fire pit, a picnic table, obstructed lake view access, but still very pretty, a bear box, and then this is the cabin. You have steps coming right up, and then we have our chairs here, but you have one chair that they give you, a small table, and then coming inside, and we are cabin 7. The cabins do not have electricity, water, or bathrooms in them, but there's communal ones throughout the campsites. I am so used to camping in a tent, so this felt pretty luxurious last night. And I would say that in this campground specifically, the cabins are definitely the best view of the lake. I was biking through the campgrounds last night, and a lot of them don't have a ton of privacy. The tent sites do. So if you're really invested in getting good lake views, definitely look into the cabins. Okay, in Lassen Volcanic, plan for today is to drive the scenic drive road and hopefully stop and do some cool mini hikes and just try to see as much as we can of this landscape. What's everyone most excited to see?
Mud pits.
See those little bubble things.
Yeah.
You were talking, whatever they're called.
I'm excited to see pretty views. We are stopping for a minute to touch some snow.
Maybe one of the coolest things I've seen. This pile of icy snow and then the mountain.
A little hut kind of thing right there.
Yeah. Just travel.
See that, like how it's all kind of brown? See the gray off to the left a little bit? Right at the very top of that's a trail.
Oh.
And you can see a person on the left side of it in black.
Okay, we're about to see the sulfur, the mud pots. The mud pots are very unassumingly just on the side of the road, but man oh man, are they pretty cool. This is pretty sweet. It is right on par, I would say, with Yellowstone's geothermal stuff. Yellowstone definitely has more, but this is pretty sweet. That was really cool. I will say the smell is intense, so if you're going, just know that. But how did we like the mud pots?
It was everything I hoped it would be.
Yeah, it was surreal.
Surreal.
Surreal. Okay, now to do Bumpass Hell. Very excited about this trail. There are chipmunks everywhere. All different sizes, running around, braving the heat. It's really funny. Okay, made it to the boardwalk. If you've been to Yellowstone before, you'll definitely have the familiar smell of sulfur, but this is a pretty cool trail. You really get up close and personal with a lot of geothermal activity, and it's really fun to see and kind of makes you feel like a volcano is about to erupt. Being up here, you really have the feeling like it's gonna explode at any minute. What did you think of this?
It was was interesting. It was like something I've never seen before, probably never see again.
This is a really cool hike. I will be honest, I thought the boardwalk was gonna be a little bit longer. Still definitely a must do, but the boardwalk is really only like 5% of the hike, and it's beautiful. You can't really get super close to some of the bigger features the way you can at Yellowstone, but it definitely feels Yellowstone-esque. Okay. We headed out for one last trail in Lassen Volcanic. This one was all about the rocks and the neat rock features in the park. This area and this trail is super cool, but it's only cool if you think about the fact that a little over 100 years ago, it got wiped out in lava. And for the evening, took a surprisingly good shower at the campground, which is awesome. And now, best part, we're gonna have a fire, eat dinner, chill. I'm gonna read, relax, all that good stuff. Okay, last thing we're gonna do before calling it a day is going down to the lake to watch sunset. My mom is going with me, and it'll hopefully be very pretty. Are you sad that it's over or happy to go home?
I have mixed feelings. I mean, this is nice, but it's kind of tiring. I don't like being so far away from all the amenities. Anyway, it's been nice. Good.
Today was a really good day of the trip. Very fun, kind of tiring. About like 4 days left, which is kind of crazy because we've been going for like a month at this point, so trying to take it all in. The next 2 days are kind of driving days, and then essentially like one last day of adventure.
The morning brings to clean the remnants of a dream.
Okay, saying
Shadows you
goodbye
cannot see.
to the cabin.
I brush
I loved it.
aside.